Good morning, 5th grade. Today we're going to read Chapter 10 in Hound Dog True. Make sure you're checking out the review questions that I put on and see if you can answer along to make sure that you are comprehending what you're reading. Want to say why not? Mama asked. My stomach hurts, says Maddie. It is not a lie. Her stomach does hurt. Has hurt ever since Mama said again maybe Quincy could come over for a sleepover. Maddie puts down her fork, ducks her chin, feels Mama watching her. It is a new thing, this watching, new since they've been at Uncle Potluck's. Mama's watching like she's trying to read Maddie's thoughts. If Mama knew what Maddie's scaredy cat thoughts, she'd be disappointed, probably. So Maddie thinks instead about janitorial safety, about cleaning solutions, and about putting two different kinds together. Can seem like you'd make one super cleaning kind, but it can really make a poison. How you could be cleaning, thinking you're making everything better, and then just by breathing you'd be dead. Maddie keeps thinking this, hoping Mama would move on to some other topic, but her eyes stay on Maddie's. It's Uncle Potluck who shifts Mama's look, asking her how her new job is going. It's good. I felt comfortable right away. It helps to have worked at the hospital before, not like my first job at St. Andrews. Did I ever tell you about that, Potluck? Maddie has not heard about it either. It was when I was pregnant, right after I moved out, just before you came back from the army. Anyway, it was my first real office job, and I was worried I'd make a mistake and mess things up. The whole first day, I said about 3 words. I was so scared. Mama? Scared? Maddie couldn't even picture it. Imagines a room full of doctors and nurses ringing telephones, but soon as Mama drops into the scene, she's charging through, answering phones, fixing patients. Doctors and nurses rush around begging for Mama's help. That night, I watched the old TV show ER. Everyone on the show was so strong and smart. The next day, I played pretend, like we used to when we were little, Potluck. I pretended I was one of those ER characters. Mama laughs at herself, takes a drink of iced tea. Maddie stays quiet, wanting Mama to tell on. I stood straight and talked, though wrinkled my forehead to show I was thinking about things. And what do you know? After a week of pretending, people were thinking that I was strong and smart. You are, Maddie says. But right then, Mama pops out of her seat and clatters the dishes over to the sink. And Maddie's not sure that she heard her. Mama hops to the telephone when it rings, too. But Uncle Potluck is closer. Answers, says, Hello, Crystal. We're just finished. Now, we're just talking about that, which Maddie knows is him getting ready to tell Miss Sweet that Quincy can't do a sleepover because of his niece who is pretending to have a stomachache. The drawing time with Quincy had been fine, but as soon as they got to the kitchen, Quincy had started in peeling 10 times as many carrots as Maddie could, talking too, telling Uncle Potluck about the 4th of July, telling him how her daddy, Dewey Sweets of Sweet Trucking, stayed late at the baseball game and needed a designated driver and how he got home. Her mother, who Quincy called Nicolette instead of Mom or Nana or Ma or something. How Nicolette made Dewey sleep outside with his canoe and only a plastic tarp for a blanket. Didn't sound upset about it either. Quincy had a way of talking, flat and dull like stones dropping plunk, plunk into a puddle. Matter of fact, Mama called it. Maddie had took it up as soon as Quincy left. Matter of fact, relating to or hearing to facts, literal, straightforward, or unemotional. What would it be like to be that way? To tell a story, plunk, plunk, not caring what people thought. Just like Mama pretending to be an ER nurse, Maddie tries of being matter of fact. Sits tall in her kitchen chair, puts a plunk in her voice. She can come, Maddie hears herself say. What's that? Uncle Potluck looks at Maddie. He heard too. For a sleepover? Says Mama grinning. Maddie said Quincy could come over for a sleepover tonight. Uncle Potluck's eyebrows send a, you sure? To Maddie, but Mama is already saying, good girl, and it's too late. Too late, she's not. End of chapter.